Hey guys, Lolo here, and here we have two HP computers. The one on the left is the Pavilion dv5000, and on the right is the Zbook Firefly 14G8. And these are both, of course, made by HP. So let's show the left side first. And on the dv5000, it has the VGA port as video, Ethernet, expansion port, two USB ports, and this FireWire port, SD card slot, and this thing right here that I'm not sure what it is, but yeah. And on the Zbook, just two USB ports, the headphone jack and this card reader and the Kensington lock, and that's it. This one has a Kensington lock here as well. And there's nothing on the back. On the right, two USB-C ports, an HDMI port, and a power port. And on the dv5000, there's a power port as well on the right, and this is a modem and the DVD-RW drive, headphone jack, and the microphone. And this is the one for the HP remote. And if this laptop here, whenever it had quick play, where you could just play DVD without starting the computer. So that was pretty handy to have. And this one has a hinge, while the newer laptops have done without. There hasn't been hinges on laptops since like the early 2010s, so it's been a while since they've done away with these. And now let's open the screens. This has a 15.4-inch screen, and this one right here has a 14-inch screen. This is like a 4x3, and this is 16x9. So yeah, pretty nice screen. This might be 16x9. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But on the HP, on the older model, that's the battery. Don't mind, disregard that. That's the wireless LAN switch, and this is the keyboard, and this is the trackpad with buttons, dedicated buttons, and that's the power button, the DVD, the quick play, and the volume controls. And these are the controls for the brightness and pause, playback, and the stop button, and back and forward buttons, and that's about it. On this HP right here, there's this track point, and then there's the power button, and all the functions right here. That's the output, and brightness up, brightness down, mute, volume down, volume up, microphone mute, and the backlit keyboard, and the airplane mode, and yeah. Now that both of these machines are off right now, let's power them up. Yeah, this one came with Windows XP Home Edition Service Pack 2, as it was manufactured in 2005 and 2006. Well, this came with Windows 11 21 H2. This was manufactured in early 2022. And as you can see, the laptop on the right booted up first. And this laptop right here came with 1 gig of RAM and an AMD Radeon 64 ML32 single core, and it came with a 100 gig hard disk drive. It's an IDE hard drive, so getting an SSD is a little bit difficult unless you get a IDE to SATA adapter that would drastically increase the performance with a SATA SSD because this computer doesn't have SATA, so an IDE to SATA adapter would be so beneficial on this computer. While this one right here came with 16 gigs of RAM and the Intel Core i7 hexa-core processor or an octa-core processor, and it came with a 256 gig NVMe solid-state drive. Yeah, this one is running Windows 7 Service Pack 1. Support for Windows 7 ended on Tuesday, January 14th, 2020, so it's been almost 5 years since Windows 7 has been unsupported. And this laptop has been upgraded over the years. First, and then after it came with Windows XP, it was upgraded to Windows 7, and then Windows 10, and then a while later I installed Vista on here as well. But then I upgraded it back to Windows 7. So yeah, this computer was very, very slow on Windows 10. This computer really wasn't designed to run Windows 10. So Windows 7 is good on here. It's just not as fast as XP. So yeah, because this computer is like 18, 19 years old now. So it's really not that modern anymore. Yeah, and back then you could upgrade the hard drive and RAM pretty easily without doing the extra steps like you have to do today with newer computers. But that's not an issue for me. It may be an issue to some people as some of them dislike change. But me, change is okay for me. I can adapt to it quickly. So it's not a big issue for me. Yeah. So now let's launch Google Chrome. As you can see, the one on the right booted up faster. Loaded the app faster. And now after this one loads, let's launch something. Now that Google Chrome is finally loaded on the laptop on the left, let's launch YouTube. And this one loaded up first as the processor in here is so fast, as is the SSD. Oh, this laptop actually came with Windows 10 because of the Windows 10 key on the keyboard of this laptop right here, the HP Zbook. So, sorry I had to make a fat correction. That's okay though. Now the HP Pavilion dv5000 loaded YouTube, but it didn't load it completely. It's still taking a while. This shows how slow this laptop has been over the years. Yeah. So now let's close out of Chrome. Again, this laptop is so fast. And let's launch a Word application. This one has the latest Microsoft Office, while this one on the HP ZBook, latest version of Microsoft Office, while the dv5000 has Office 2010. So let's see how both programs start. Let's launch Microsoft Word. And this laptop right here loaded it fast, while this one is still taking its sweet time. Now it's loading. Now let's type something. This one, again, faster, while this one was still loading. And yeah, so that's my comparison on these computers. So now let's shut them down. Yeah, this one right here is shutting down. This is the winner in every test, while this one takes its sweet time. And that's pretty understandable again for an old computer. Yeah, this computer can go up to 2 gigs of RAM, while this one can go up to 64. This one right here uses the original DDR, and this one uses DDR4. So yeah, it's different with the speed and everything. Oh, and I forgot to mention that this laptop right here has a fingerprint sensor and the facial recognition. Yeah, this one will shut down soon, almost done. Finally, this computer is turning off. Anyway, that's my comparison of the HP Pavilion dv5000 versus the HP Zbook Firefly 14G8. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. And if this is your first time watching my video, please subscribe and turn on post notifications so that way you can be notified whenever I post a new video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.